A lot of Americans today see China as a rival, but during World War II, Americans literally crossed the Pacific to fight and die for China. Sounds fake, right? Before America officially entered World War II, China had already been fighting Japan for almost 4 years. Cities like Chongqing were getting bombed constantly. Millions had already suffered. China was running out of planes, pilots, and options. And China needed help. But much of the world was busy dealing with its own problems. Europe was fighting its own war. America hadn't even officially entered World War II yet. Then something strange happened. In 1937, 4 years before Pearl Harbor, the Chinese government hired a recently retired American officer named Claire Lee Chennault. Before this, he had served in the US Army Air Corps. He was not sent by America, not representing America, hired directly by China. His job? Figure out how China could survive in the skies. Chennault looked at the situation and came up with a crazy idea. Recruit American pilots. And surprisingly, some people actually said yes. Part of it was sympathy. China had already been suffering for years. Part of it was adventure. Some thought America would join the war eventually anyway. But the most realistic reason? The pay wasn't bad at all. Some volunteers could make 4 or 5 times what they earned back home. There was just one catch. Before coming to China, they had to quit the American military first. On paper, they weren't American soldiers anymore. So around 100 American pilots answered the call. And along with hundreds of mechanics and supporting staff, they crossed the Pacific and formed something officially called the First American Volunteer Group. Not exactly the coolest name, but in China, people know them by a different name. The Flying Tigers. And if you've seen pictures of them, you probably remember the planes. Giant shark teeth painted on the front of the planes. But wait, why are they called the Flying Tigers instead of the Flying Sharks? Turns out their famous tiger logo was designed with help from artists connected to Disney. Yes, the same Disney making cartoons. The Flying Tigers defended Chinese cities, protected supply routes like the Burma Road, and shot down hundreds of Japanese aircraft. To many Chinese civilians, they became heroes. Then Pearl Harbor happened. America officially entered the war. And suddenly, these totally not American soldiers became American soldiers again. But here's the part that surprised me. Even today, China still remembers them. This is the Flying Tigers Museum in Chongqing that I accidentally walked past. Outside of it, I saw a message looking for the families of the American soldiers who helped China during World War II. Decades later, Chinese people are still trying to find more information about the heroes who helped them out during the hardest time. Because history isn't just about countries, it's about people. And this is probably not something that you learned in your history class, but it's something more people should know.